I'm here at a Rotary in Oregon. Why do Rotaries work? Because traffic flows. Bikes, cars, doesn't matter. Nobody sits and waits with a light. There's no other cars coming the other way. Nobody idles and gets all their pollution in the atmosphere. It just always moves. Hey Mavericks, if you're enjoying this show or any of the other episodes we do, consider becoming a Patreon. Patreon members curate this channel, allow us to keep the content going that helps share bike love worldwide. In addition, they get extra content, they get extra access to information, and even eligibility to be able to get some of the bikes in my collection free. If you're not ready to become a Patreon or want to help out other ways, consider jumping over to the SCHWAG shop and picking up a t-shirt or mug or something that will help curate the channel and keep bike love going worldwide. Welcome back, Mavericks. Tonight we're going to talk about a concept long overdue in America: roundabouts and rotaries. See, I grew up in New England, where rotaries and roundabouts are commonplace. In fact, it's the largest concentration regionally of roundabouts and rotaries in the United States. So it was something I was completely used to. It only took moving to other parts of the country to make me realize America in particular is crazy about intersections. When I traveled overseas, England, France, etc., rotaries and roundabouts remain commonplace. In fact, they're replete. Most famous of which, the Arc de Triomphe, probably the best known rotary in the world. Then living in Arizona, Texas, now Virginia, riding my bike all over the country, convinced me that America is addicted to intersections. And that is a result of the automotive industry. But wait, what's a rotary, you ask? And how is it different than a roundabout? Let's talk about that. In the simplest terms, a rotary allows traffic up to 40 miles per hour, where a roundabout typically allows traffic only at 20 miles an hour, and is usually bigger, the rotary, often with 2 or more lanes. Both allow traffic to keep moving, unlike intersections with lights and stop signs. And let's face it, intersections suck. But don't take my word for it. Let's have a look at the numbers. So due to lower speeds, roundabouts have less fatalities. Intersections cause, on average, 4 deaths per 1,000 crashes in the U.S. With rotaries, it's 1 in 1,000. That's a 75% reduction. They're cheaper, easier to build and maintain, they're better to look at, and everyone saves time, not just cyclists. The safety isn't just cyclist safety, it's car safety, truck safety. It doesn't matter. We all save time. Drivers save gas. Everyone's safer. They just make more sense. And all this while having the benefit of not having to stop, wait, idle, and pollute on your way to work or any one of the errands you do every single day. The U.S. has about 12 deaths per 100,000 people per year. That's about 35,000 fatalities. In 2019, that number was 36,000, and there were 2.75 million injuries at intersections. Studies in the U.S. show that when traffic signals and intersections are converted to rotaries, there's a 72 to 80% reduction in crashes. A study of 19 high-speed rural intersections, where speed limits were 40 miles per hour or higher, saw a 62% reduction in crashes and an 85% reduction in injuries when they were converted to roundabouts. Carmel, Indiana, which is an edge city outside of Indianapolis, has 2% of all the roundabouts in America, about 133. They went to this plan several years ago in the 90s when the mayor decided he wanted safer streets for people and children to live and ride on. On average, they save $2 to $3 million per year in fuel costs for the general public. In Kansas, Maryland, and Nevada, similar studies showed a 13 to 23% reduction in the vehicles that stopped or were delayed, and that went up to 37% in some cases. In New Hampshire, New York, and Washington, where roundabouts replace traffic signals and stop signs, 80% on average reduced delays and 56% vehicle stoppage entirely. There have also been several studies where folks have said initially they were against a roundabout, but after the roundabout was put in place, they saw a 50 or 60% rise in approval because people keep moving and things are safer. Based on an IIHS study from 2018, they estimate that if only 10% of the current intersections in the United States were converted to roundabouts and rotaries, American citizens would save 981 million hours in traffic and 654 million gallons of gasoline. Not to mention the polluting, which they didn't even cover as a result of burning all that gasoline. That's 4.5 hours per licensed driver in the US as of 2019. Extrapolate that out to 100%, because you only converted 10% of the intersections, and you've saved an entire working week, 40 hours of your life every single year for doing nothing other than making rotaries that beautify the region, slow traffic, and make things more safe. How would you like an extra week of vacation free every year without losing anything in your salary? And how would you like to do that while saving $100 per person per year in gasoline and reducing the likelihood that you will get in an accident by 75%? Do I need to say anything else?
It's safer, smarter, makes people slow down, which also helps both cars and cyclists and reduces accidents. And that's it. It's very simple. Rotaries, people. We need more of those and less freaking stoplights.
Come on, people. Let's not be ate up with a dumbass. Rotaries and roundabouts, their time has come. It just makes so much more sense for all of us.